mechanism, it is grievance of citizen against administration. Administration is instrument in the form of state, and NPA and good governance paradigm promotes citizen-centric administration, or an administration that is oriented towards citizens' concerns, citizens' welfare. And in a democracy, citizen is paramount, and government or administration that is consists of legislative, executive, or we can call administration consists of executive, and legislator is just making law. So when it is paramount importance in a democracy administration, it provide goods and service to citizen. It provide goods and service to citizen. So high chance that a citizen may aggrieved, a citizen may dissatisfied with administration. So hence we can call citizen has a grievance against administration. Citizen has a grievance against administration. You can have a grievance against administration, and that grievance need to redress as soon as possible, and it should ensure that the citizen no longer remain dissatisfied. The citizen no longer remain dissatisfied. The grievance need to be redressed as soon as possible, and citizen no longer remain dissatisfied. If it is not possible, if the grievance of citizen not redressed as soon as possible, then what happened? It result into, if grievance not solved, it result into poor administration or mal administration. It result into uh, 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 it impact, hamper ethos of democracy. It result into breakdown of citizen empowerment. Breakdown of citizen empowerment. If grievances are not solved, and it result into unregulated power of bureaucracy. Unregulated power of bureaucracy. If grievance of citizen is not solved as soon as possible, and outcome, as we say, outcome you all know: maladministration, nepotism, corruption, inefficiency. So administration face problem like nepotism, corruption, inefficiency. Okay, so a modern day democracy. So in a modern day democracy, the grievance of citizen should redress as soon as possible, ASAP, as soon as possible. है in Hollywood movie, many times you frequently hear this using of ASAP. है in Hollywood movie, ASAP. Please do this ASAP. I was also confused. What is ASAP? ASAP is as soon as possible. है Hollywood movie रे बहुत use हुए ASAP. So modern day democracy, the grievance of citizens should redress as soon as possible to maintain the ethos of democracy, to ensure the empowerment of citizen. Okay, तो ये जानिले हमें. Next, a global scenario. Yes. And most recently, the diplomat. The diplomat. Okay, if your time was this diplomat, it is based on a yes British Foreign Service officer. Yes, sorry, a Foreign Service officer of USA in UK. So global scenario. Scenario related to grievance redressal mechanism. Global scenario related to grievance redressal mechanism. So what happened? Uh, the concept of grievance redressal is first start in Sweden. 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 The concept of grievance redressal mechanism start. Okay. So what happened? The Swedish Parliament, the Parliament of Sweden, constitute Swedish ombudsman system. It constitute Swedish ombudsman system to redress citizen grievance against administration. So from global scenario, we knew that Sweden is a country, Scandinavian country, and this country is the concept of grievance redressal has started from this country, and the Swedish Parliament constitute Swedish ombudsman system to redress citizen grievance of administration, to redress citizen grievance against administration. And this ombudsman, it was established, the ombudsman was established by parliament to investigate uh, instance of instance or charges of corruption, investigate charge of corruption, nepotism, investigate charge, or we can also call investigate complaint. Complaint of corruption, nepotism, maladministration against PM, minister, and all government official. So, charge or complaint of corruption, nepotism, maladministration against Prime Minister, Minister, and all other senior government officials. This ombudsman report only to Swedish Parliament. Report only to Swedish Parliament. And after Sweden, all other Scandinavian nation adopt this ombudsman system. है Scandinavian countries are the first to establish an ombudsman system to redress citizen grievances. So, following the Scandinavian system, we have France, who established the system of administrative court, administrative court, who redress citizen grievance. UK, it is parliamentary commissioner. So, UK, USA, Scandinavian system. There is a theorist named Donald C. Rabat. Donald C. Rabat, he said, Ombudsman, the office of Ombudsman refers to an officer appointed by legislator. UK parliamentary commissioner. Parliamentary commissioner. So Donald C. Rabat said ombudsman refers to an officer appointed by a legislator. It is an officer who is appointed by a legislator to handle complaint against administrative and judicial action. Administrative and judicial action. Complaint against abuse of power. Abuse of power. If anyone abuses power, so this is maladministration, administrative corruption, nepotism, discourtesy. So if you abuse power, if maladministration is there, corruption, nepotism, discourtesy. For example, if you are a government officer and if you disrespect some official, then also the ombudsman system investigate against you. Discourtesy. So this is global scenario how the system of ombudsman has developed here. Now Indian scenario. So in India, the first Administrative Reform Commission, the first ARC in 1964, it gave recommendation to government to establish ombudsman system in India in the line of ombudsman system India in the line of Swedish Ombudsman. So remember, it was first ARC who has recommended to establish ombudsman system in India in central level. It is Lokpal, and in state level it is Lok Ayukt. Okay, so it is the first ARC who has given this recommendation that you must establish a ombudsman system like Sweden, and in central level it should name as Lokpal, in state level it should name as Lokayukt. ARC, first ARC recommend that Lokpal and Lokayukt, they should be independent body. They should be independent. They should be impartial. They should be independent. They should be impartial. Appointment should be non-political. Status is equal to higher judiciary. This is recommended by ARC that they should be independent, impartial, non-political appointment. Status is equal to higher judiciary, that means Supreme Court and High Court, and proceeding of Lokpal and Lokayukt should not subject to judicial interference. It should not subject to judicial interference. Okay. So, but what happened from 1964 till 2013? There are many failed attempts. There are many failed attempts to constitute Lokpal. But finally, after Anna Hazare's agitation, Government of India compelled to come out with Lokpal Act 2013. This is possible after prolonged struggle of Anna Hazare and his follower like Arvind Kejriwal, Kiran Bedi, and Kumar, famous singer Kumar. Forget. So all are in Ramlila Maidan, Delhi. There is a continuous strike. Okay. So government come out with Lokpal. Features of Lokpal. Kumar Biswas. Features of Lokpal. It is a independent body. Members are appointed by President after a committee uh, consists of PM, Home Minister, Opposition Leader, Speaker, independent body appointed by President, and it cover PM, all Minister, MP of both Lok Sabha plus Rajya Sabha, class 1, 2, 3, 4 officer of central government. Class 1, 2, 3, 4 officer of central government. Okay. And Lokpal take action after receive complaint. Consist of judicial and non-judicial member. And recently, Justice Ghosh is the Lokpal, chairman of Lokpal. Hmm. Okay, tell me, it is a judicial or quasi-judicial body? What do you think? Lokpal is a judicial or quasi-judicial body? It's a quasi-judicial body. Okay, okay, good. Yes, so Lokpal is established all these things. It entertain complaint against all member except president, everyone of central government. So then, what are the limitation? Limitation faced by Lokpal. What are the limitation? First, it cannot take suo moto complaint. Suo moto complaint means on his own. It cannot take. It only act after receiving certain complaint. Cannot take suo moto action. Suo moto complaint against public official. Suo moto action cannot take suo moto against public official. Heavy punishment for false complaint. Heavy punishment for false complaint. Hello, false complaint. Hmm. Anonymous complaint not allowed. That means if you give a complaint, you have to give your detail, all detail. Public servant get legal assistant again whom complaint filed. How we can write? It is a limitation. Public servant get legal assistant against whom complaint is filed. Political influence. Hmm. It is quasi-judicial in nature. No, no, not exclusive. Judiciary is separate. Here, retired judges are appointed. No, no, no official is outside the purview of Lokpal. But sometimes what happen? Non-transparent, non-transparent procedure, non-transparent procedure for dealing complaint against PM. Huh? Not, or we can say, no constitutional status. Lack of competent staff. Lack of competent staff. That look, we come to that. We are discussing about Lokpal here, and lack of lack of awareness of citizen about Lokpal. Lack of awareness of citizen about Lokpal. That's why anonymous whistleblower act that come is separate. What we discuss, this is anonymous complaint not allowed. That means what? Whistleblower will not get any protection because the whistleblower has to reveal his name and identity if he give a complaint. So all this limitation make Lokpal less effective, or we can call it become an ineffective institution to deal complaint against public official and minister. Hela, তারপরে if you give 2 4 line, step to make Lokpal effective, then your solution. Constitutional backing. You can write constitutional backing and competent staff. It should have competent staff, constitutional backing, whistleblower protection, transparency in dealing complaint against PM. Follow a transparent procedure while dealing complaint against PM. No punishment if found complaint is false. If found complaint is false, no punishment. Okay, so this is we can write that this is how we make Lokpal an effective institution. Tapare. Much before the Lokpal Act, many state already established Lok Ayukt and Odisha passed the bill in 1970, but Maharashtra established in 1971. So Odisha passed the bill, but it becomes second. So same feature of Lok Ayukt, same what you write, independent body, quasi judicial, appointed by governor after consulting a appointment committee consists of CM, opposition leader, speaker, home minister, deal complaint against CM, minister, MLA, group A, B, C, D, officer of state government. Okay, so appointed by governor deal complaint this redress citizen grievance. But what we found that Lokayukt became ineffective. We found that Lokayukt became ineffective in dealing. Lokayukt became ineffective in dealing or in redressing citizen grievance. Lokayukt become ineffective in redressing citizen grievance. Why? So what are the limitations? The first, in many states like Odisha, CM out of purview of Lokayukt. CM is outside Lokayukt. Lokayukt cannot take any complaint against CM. The post of Lokayukt remain vacant. Shortage of competent staff, quasi judicial, no constitutional backing, you can say. Appointment generally spoil system. Generally, what we found, spoil system of appointment. That means politicized, politically influenced appointment is there. Recommendation is advisory in nature. Its recommendation to government is advisory in nature. Depend on state police for investigation, which result into biasness. For investigation, which result into biasness. These are some limitation which make Lok Ayuk ineffective. Again, step to make Lok Ayuk an effective institution. CM under the purview of Lok Ayuk, merit based appointment should be there. Own investigating unit. Recommendation should binding. It must have punishment power. It must have punishment power. CM under the purview of Lokayukt, merit based appointment, own investigating unit. Recommendation should be binding and it must have punishment power. Okay, so this is all about Lokpal and Lokayukt. Generally, everyone think that grievance redressal mechanism is consists of Lokpal and Lokayukt. If you write Lokpal, feature Lokpal, and features of Lokayukt, limitation Lokayukt, solution, it is done, but not. It is not done. তারপরে second ARC fourth report, ethics in governance. Ethics in governance, it gives own investigating unit, own investigating unit. Recommendation should binding, punishment power. And second ARC, its fourth report, ethics in governance, it gives recommendation to improve efficiency of grievance redressal mechanism. First, local level ombudsman. Okay, local level ombudsman, more authority to Lokpal and Lokayukt. Local level establish local level ombudsman, give more authority to Lokpal and Lokayukt. Hello, and non political appointment out uniformity at state level. So this is what second ARC recommendation. You must write second ARC's recommendation. First ARC recommendation establish ହେଲା, second ARC ତାର improve efficiency କରିବା ପାଇଁ it gave recommendation in 2005, headed by Birappa Moili, who submitted 15 reports. The fourth report is related to ethics in governance, and here he gives some recommendation to improve the efficiency of Lokpal and Lok Ayukt. So this is Lokpal Lok Ayukt done, but we should not stop here. We should write other mechanism like grievance redressal at central level. This will give us more mark. So first, what are the institutions that redress grievance at central level? First institution is Prime Minister Office, PMO. So PMO receive citizen grievance directly through letter, fax, email. mygov.org. And recently, the Prime Minister in Mann Ki Baat also tried to redress grievance of citizen. So Prime Minister Office is the institution or institute who can directly redress grievance of citizen. Second, it is a dedicated department, Department of Administrative Reform, Public Grievance and Pension of Ministry of Personnel. So it is a dedicated department, Department of Administrative Reform, Public Grievance and Pension. This is a nodal agency. This is a nodal agency uh, uh, who work regard solving citizens' grievance. It formulate policy related to public grievance. It formulate policy related to public grievance redressal mechanism. So, Department of Administrative Reform, Public Grievance and Pension of Ministry of Personnel, it formulate, it come out with, this is a nodal agency, and it come out with policy related to public grievance redressal mechanism. It receive citizen grievance. It receives citizen grievance in an effective manner. It receives citizen grievance in an effective manner. How? After receive grievance, it send it to concerned department. in center or state. So after receiving the grievance, it send it to concerned department, whether it is center or state. So it receive complaint and segregate it and send the particular complaint, be it is um, related to water resource ministry, agriculture ministry, or railway ministry, any ministry, and it forward. Suppose a complaint is related to state, so it forward it to the state government. It also it evaluate the effectiveness of a ministry related to public grievance redressal. It evaluate whether a particular ministry is effective or not dealing in public grievance. Who evaluate? Ministry of Personnel evaluate. It find out grievance prone area of administration and conduct study to reduce it. So find out grievance prone area, that in which department, in which area more grievances are come and what are the reason. It try to find out the source of grievance and solve it. And the third department is Directorate of Public Grievance. Directorate of Public Grievance. It was established in 1980s to take up individual complaint against 16 central government organization. Established in 80s to take up individual complaint against 16 government organization. Act as an appellate body. It acts as an appellate body to redress citizen grievance. When any appellate body to redress citizen grievance, when a particular ministry is failed to do so. So it acts as an appellate body to redress citizen grievance when a ministry failed to do so. If a ministry is failed to redress a particular citizen grievance, it is whom? It is the Directorate of Public Grievance who redress. So these three are central level or mechanism at central level to redress citizens grievance. Grievance redressal at state level. So at state level, the first is CPGRMS. What is CPGRMS? Centralized Public Grievance Redressal monitoring system, CPG RMS. So it is the nodal agency. It is nodal agency. It is nodal agency at state level to receive public grievance and redress it. To receive public grievance and redress it. And e-Obhijog is part of it. After this, we have CM grievance cell, Mukhyamantri Abhijog Prakost, where anyone can go and put his grievance. The Chief Minister will listen it. DM grievance cell, the district magistrate, he also listens citizens grievance. Grievance cell in block, it is complaint box, Abhijogo Baksa. This is complaint box in block. Grievance redressal day in every week. That is, I think every Monday is a grievance day. And 6, official visit village to listen to grievance and redress it. And next, under Mo Sarkar and 5T. Mo Sarkar and 5T. Every office, it has a Mo Sarkar Prakoshtha. So this again, citizen can register their grievance, register grievance there. That means Mo Sarkar Prakoshtha. In Mo Sarkar room, citizen can redress grievance. Senior official call citizen and asks for their grievance. The secretary, IG, DG level official call a person who visit a office, police station, and asks me that, sir, do you have any complaint? Do you have any grievance against the officer whom you visit? Okay, this is Odisha. And recently in Odisha, 5T plus 1T, that is tour. In tour, what happened? Minister and senior official, they visit village area, and the villager can directly give their grievance. So the tour mechanism, tour 5T plus the 6T. The 6T is used as an effective mechanism to redress grievance. So this is what step government of Odisha take to make grievance redressal of citizen more effective. Okay. After that, some mechanism to make grievance redressal more effective. What are the mechanism with which yes, every senior IAS is given charge of a particular district, and it is his responsibility to tour that particular district, the blocks, tahsils, and village, and listen to citizen grievance. And when grievance redressal can more effective, when administration became participative, when increase in accountability of administration, when we have more democratization, official get sensitivity training or T group training, more transparency in administration, and time oriented grievance redressal. Administration flexible, and we can say that citizen charter becomes successful only when grievance redressal mechanism is effective. Only then citizen charter becomes successful. IT help in grievance redressal mechanism. E-Abhiyog. E-Abhiyog. And second ARC about, already we have written about second ARC. So this is what you get a complete package or question of grievance redressal mechanism and grievance redressal mechanism in India. Okay, so this is all about grievance redressal mechanism.